So here's our setup. We are a monopolist, and we're going to look at selling into two different markets, meaning that market one has a demand curve that looks like that, and market two has a demand curve that looks like this. And the marginal cost to produce the good is 1. So let's first look at what happens if we charge a single price, meaning we charge the same price to both parts of the market. Well, in this case, we would want to take the aggregate quantity, which is just Q1 plus Q2. And so we add those together, so we get total quantity is going to be 18 minus 2P. Now we're going to solve this for the inverse demand function. So now the price is equal to 9 minus 1/2 QT. And so I just solved that the other way. And so here is my demand function, inverse demand function. And so profits is equal to P times Q, so 9 minus 1/2 Q times Q, minus, now we go up here, marginal cost is 1, so that means we have a cost of QT as the total cost. And you could even add here if there's some fixed cost, but we'll keep it no fixed cost for this simplification. Okay, so now we take the first order condition, and that'll give us 9 minus QT minus 1 equals 0. And now we solve this out. 8 equals QT, and so that is the optimal quantity for the monopolist. We take that, we plug this back into our inverse demand equation, and that's going to give us the price of a monopolist for a single price will equal 5. Now we take both of these and plug them back into the profit function, and so profits are equal to P times Q, so 5 times 8 minus Q, which is 8, so profits are equal to 32. Now we could even calculate the deadweight loss on this. I find it's easier to draw out the graph to identify the deadweight loss. So here's P and Q. Our demand equation is right here, 9 minus 1/2 QT. So that means we're going from 9 down to 18. That's our demand. Our marginal revenue curve is going to go from there. Our marginal cost curve is equal to 1. And so if we were to identify our optimal amount, here is the optimal amount of QTM equals 8, and the price of monopolist equals 5. So to get our deadweight loss, it is this triangle right here. So we need to find this quantity right there. And so that is simply putting in 1 into the demand equation. And so that'll give us 16. And then we know this is 1. And so therefore, our deadweight loss is 1/2 base. The base is 16 minus 8 times the height, 5 minus 1. And so our deadweight loss here is 16. So that's the example of the single price, where the monopolist is charging the same price to two different markets, and we can calculate the profits and the deadweight loss. Now let's consider, rather than charging a single price, let's charge two prices to each market. So let's look at market 1. So there we have Q1 is equal to 10 minus P1. We can solve for the inverse demand equation. This one's a little easier. And then we can set up our profit function for market 1 is equal to P1 times Q1 minus the marginal cost integrated, which is minus Q1. So if I take my first order condition, I get 10 minus 2q1 minus 1 equals 0. So I get 9 equals 2q1. Q1 for the monopolist is 4.5. Right? And I plug that back into inverse demand equation, I get P1 for the monopolist is 5.5. I can then solve out for profits. So profits are equal to P1 times Q1 minus Q1. So in this case, profits are 20.25. Now I can also find the deadweight loss. Again, I always find this easy to graph it out to find deadweight loss, so I can see it a little easier. So the demand equation goes from 10 to 10. Marginal revenue goes 10 to 5. Marginal cost is at 1. Label my graphs there. And so to find the optimal amount we had was this amount right here. So PM is 5.5 and P1 and Q1M is 4.5. And now this is the area of deadweight loss that we want to find right here. And so we need to find this value here. So I plug 1 into the inverse demand equation. I find that's 9. And so therefore, deadweight loss is equal to 1/2 the base, which is 9 minus 4.5, times the height, which is 5.5 minus 1. And therefore, deadweight loss is 10.125. So that's the frame setup for market 1 here. Now let's look at market 2. Again, similar process. So market 2, we have our inverse demand equation. I'm just going to start with this one. That means our profits for market 2 is 8 minus Q2 times Q2 minus the total cost, where we're assuming there's no fixed cost. First order conditions is 8 minus 2Q2 minus 1 equals 0. So Q2 for the monopolist in this case is 3.5. Plug that back into the inverse demand equation. So the second price for the second market is going to be 4.5. And we can find the profits are 4.5 times 3.5 minus 3.5. So the profits in this are going to be 12.25. Again, we can graph out. There's our demand equation, inverse demand equation, marginal cost. So marginal cost, demand, marginal revenue. Therefore, this is our optimal amount. I guess we should add, this is going from 8 to 8. And our optimal amount, Q2M is equal to 3.5. P2 of the monopolist is 4.5. And therefore, this is the area of deadweight loss we want to calculate. We need to find this number here. So I plug in 1 to the inverse demand equation. I get 7. So therefore, deadweight loss is equal to 1/2 base, which is 7 minus 3.5, times the height, which is 4.5 minus 1. So in this case, deadweight loss is 6.125. Now we want to combine these two markets to see what the end was. So we'll put this over here. So profits total is equal to profit 1 plus profit 2, which is 20.25 plus 12.25. So profits total equals, this should be a 32.50. And deadweight loss total is equal to deadweight loss 1 plus deadweight loss 2. And so in this case, it equals 16.25. Now that's where we look at the two price and compare it to the one price model. So profits with a single price are 32. Profits with charging two different prices to two different markets is 32.50. So it's higher profits to charge the two prices, as well as the deadweight loss is greater in the two prices, and so it's less efficient than it is a single price. Okay, and so in this case, a monopolist would prefer to be able to charge two different prices to the two different markets.